center of activity.
I'm so excited and ready for all new things to come.
Leaders break ground on a new indoor aquatic facility at Center Park Recreation Center. See some of the fun features that will be part of it. Cleaning the creek.
We really like to fix problems.
Some city employees are testing a spongy solution that could make a difference in local waterways. Find out how it works. Love on the run.
It's fun, it gets the heart pumping.
Hundreds of runners celebrate Valentine's Day and brave the weather for this run. See that and get a preview of the biggest race of the year, the Irving Marathon. Plus, construction starts on Fire Station 8, and where you can take a trip back in time. Now on City Source. The City of Irving will soon have a new app, and it is designed to help you get issues resolved more quickly. Hello and welcome to City Source. I'm Thomas Gandy. Learn more about the new app in a few minutes. But first, construction of the new indoor aquatic center at Center Park is now underway. Check out the groundbreaking that got it all started.
I will tell you, I've had so much fun here with my family.
You don't have to look far
When I was young, we would come out here and high dive.
to find people with amazing memories of the Center Park pool.
What was your first year that you worked here in this pool?
1978. Lifeguards sitting up here baking in the sun.
But for all of their center sentimentality,
I mean, my mom would drop me off as soon as the pool would open.
they could see that the decades had taken a toll.
This is a seam in the pool, and it all is just breaking apart.
This pool opened in 1954.
Oh, God, it's older than me.
They are here on this day to celebrate the next chapter.
We're going to take out the old seasonal pool. We're going to add an indoor year-round aquatic center to the existing rec center, make it all one unit.
It's exciting to be able to give back to the community. This is something that affects the families that live here. So it's very important to us to be able to make this all happen.
That is what our residents want.
Guests at this groundbreaking ceremony got to learn all about what the center will be like when it's complete.
It's going to have all sorts of features that our residents can enjoy any day of the year.
One of the first things I think that we'll hear about is people are driving by, what's that tube that's hanging out the side of the building?
The slide that goes in and out of the building, that you can time yourself racing your friends.
There'll be a lazy river. They'll have some lap lanes in there.
And a feature for the small young ones, a zero entry depth with play features and things like that.
It's kind of like a jungle theme. We got jungle ropes for fences, and we got toucans for slides for the kids.
And it's going to have something for everybody in it.
This Center Park progress is just one part of a bold vision to elevate aquatics and recreation in Irving with new pools.
And we talked about this grand vision that we have. We said we don't only want to do one, we don't only want to do two, we want to do three at the same time.
Definitely is ambitious, and very few cities can do it, but only Irving.
You can see this new pool at Lee Park is nearing completion, on track for an opening this summer. These designs show their preliminary ideas for an all-new aquatics and recreation center at Mustang Park.
That is a big one. The Mustang facility is going to be the first multi-generational facility that the city has built.
That will open in 2027. But on this day, it is center in the spotlight, and people are ready to make new memories, even as they remember the past.
What do you see as the potential out here when you look out here today?
It's going to be year-round. You don't have to stop swimming just because it's winter.
It is their last time to see center like this.
There are a lot of memories here and a lot of good times.
Because hours later, demolition teams moved in.
It's a well-loved pool. That's what I see. A well-loved pool that got lots of years out of it, but we're on to the new and the better.
To see what they're going to build, it's exciting.
The new Center Park Aquatic and Recreation Center is scheduled to open in summer of 2026. Great to watch those projects moving forward. The construction means the Center Park tennis court will be temporarily closed. When it reopens, it will be in a new location at the nearby Center East. Keep up with all of these aquatics projects at cityofirving.org/playirving. Some of the first signs of construction activity are now evident at what will be the new Fire Station 8. Crews will be building it at the site of the former DART Transit Center at 5601 Riverside Drive. This is what it will look like when it's complete. Firefighters believe this new station will put them in a better position to respond to emergencies as the population grows in that area.
Very excited. So Station 8's one of our older stations. The crews that we have there, they've kind of outgrown the building. So they're going to get a new building. It's going to have more space for them. We'll have an engine truck. We've added an ambulance to Station 8, and we also keep our hazmat there. And with this new location, we're going to be able to keep our fireboat on the same location as those crews as well.
The new Fire Station 8 is scheduled to open in early 2026. We all know how useful a sponge can be to clean up your kitchen counter. Some City of Irving employees found an innovative way to really build on that concept, and they took on the issue of bacteria in a local creek. Robert Sheik has the story.
We really like to fix problems.
Cody Cash works with the city's municipal drainage team.
This is kind of a cool solution.
The solution? A smart sponge.
Just looks like little pillows.
Little pillows featuring a proprietary material that the private sector discovered could help clean up oil spills.
I figured out, hey, we can use the same material. We can put some different coatings on it. This one has an antimicrobial coating.
So as water travels here in Dry Branch Creek, bacteria that flow through this cage and encounter the smart sponge are destroyed by that antimicrobial coating.
We're going to take bacteria samples both below and upstream of the smart sponge.
And so theoretically, we would expect downstream a lower value.
That's the goal. It is a pilot project.
Funding for the sponges came from the city's Innovation Grants Program, which empowers employees to come up with creative new ideas to become more efficient and better serve the city.
One of the best programs that the city offers. It's really cool to have an opportunity to say, hey, I've got a process improvement.
All City of Irving employees are encouraged to pitch their innovative idea for a grant of up to $25,000.
The small investment can have a big outcome. Just an opportunity to be on the cutting edge is really neat.
A unique program to keep innovation flowing in Irving. Robert Sheik for City Source.
Yeah, and here's another way to keep waterways clean. Registration is open now for the Don't Mess with Texas Trash Off and Great American Cleanup. It will be on April 5th from 9 a.m. until noon at Trinity View Park. KIB focuses on this location to keep trash from getting into the Trinity River. This annual cleanup event is part of a national Keep America Beautiful initiative. KIB provides all of the supplies as well as lunch afterward. Find the link to register at cityofirving.org/KIB. We are just a few weeks away from the Irving Marathon, but before that big race, participants laced up their shoes and hit the pavement for Love on the Run. We captured the action and fun. The weather is something less than lovely for Love on the Run. Even so, hundreds of people are at the Toyota Music Factory ready to bear the conditions and go. This half marathon is the first race of the year in the Irving Marathon running series. In the utter cold, runners also take on a 10K and 5K. Given the theme of this run, we wanted to know what people love about running.
So many things. It's a stress reliever.
People, the community.
I think it's just so amazing to push yourself towards something and accomplish it.
Next up is the biggest event of the year, the Irving Marathon. Look at last year's turnout.
In 2024, we had our biggest growth that we've seen. It was about a 45% growth from the previous year, and we had about 4,200 people.
Because of that growth trend, this year, the Irving Marathon will be a 2-day event, March 29th and 30th.
With the 5K and 10K being on Saturday, and the half marathon and marathon being on Sunday.
Race director Lazaro Alvarez says a lot of factors are coming together to make this the time for more growth. Improvements are complete on the plaza at the Toyota Music Factory, and the marathon is building more of a name for itself, moving up in national marathon rankings.
And everything is kind of working out, right?
This race continues to be a qualifying event for the prestigious Boston Marathon.
It starts to attract a lot of people from out of town. So definitely at each event, we have between 10 to 15 different countries signed up.
And a 2-day event provides an opportunity for the Irving Marathon to build business because runners have incentive to sign up for both days.
get an extra medal and an extra Irving Marathon jacket for doing the Irving Marathon 2-day challenge where they run the 5K maybe on Saturday and then the marathon or half marathon on Sunday.
The event's expansion is also giving a chance to boost the benefit to local students by raising more money for scholarships through the Irving Schools Foundation.
Our goal at the Irving Marathon in March is to raise at least $10,000 that would fund at least one $1,000 scholarships for 10 students.
Back here at Love on the Run.
I love the incremental progress, getting better, running longer.
You keep accomplishing things, you keep going a little bit further and believing that you can go a little bit further than that, and it keeps you coming back.
Finishing with a struggle or with a smile, all runners have reason to celebrate.
I already did turkey trot, and then I did weight cross, and then Love on the Run. It's been so addicting because the energy's so nice.
The people are amazing here. That's what makes us come back.
It is clear their heart is in this at Love on the Run. Yeah, a lot of work goes into that. More than 100 volunteers helped out with that race. They included students from MacArthur and Irving high schools. I mentioned that the Irving Marathon is coming up on March 29th and 30th. Then the Fiesta de Mayo Half Marathon is on May 17th. See the complete schedule and sign up at irvingmarathon.com. Reporting issues to the city of Irving is about to get easier than ever before. It will be made possible through an online reporting tool and a new app. Earlier, I spoke with Irving Community Outreach Coordinator Bethany Sells about it. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, because we are eager to share this news. And before we showcase the new app, let's find out what brought about the need for this.
We were looking for an easier way to streamline the process for reporting a concern, and this is providing that update.
And now we get to reveal what the app will look like. I see a lot of different buttons on this main screen. Let's go through a few of them. The first one we want to highlight, Report a Concern. What happens when people hit that button?
So when they click on Report a Concern, it'll take them to our brand new portal that'll easily route their request to the right department.
And something that's innovative about this, everyone's familiar with how to take pictures on their phone, how to drop a pin on a map. How is that incorporated into this system?
So this new system has a ton of benefits, one of which is they can provide up to 5 photos in their submission, as well as drop a pin to easily point out the coordinates on a map for our staff.
So once the request goes through, tell me about the follow-up and follow-through process.
So when a request goes through, the resident will be notified by email, phone call, or text if they opt into that, as well as the staff so they can get right on it.
And there are follow-ups through every step of the process?
There is. Throughout the whole process, they'll be notified.
And get some answers quickly. That's, I know, one of the main keys. And also we have some departments on here. Tell me what happens when people hit the connections to these departments.
So these are some of our most utilized city services. Services are accessible on their mobile app, and when they click on them, it'll take it directly to the landing page on our City of Irving website.
Also an opportunity to make payments and even watch YouTube videos from the City of Irving. Of course, we appreciate that. And so I know the team has been hard at work on this. What impact do you hope this makes?
We really just want to be more accessible to our residents and be available to report those concerns on a quicker process.
Bethany Sells with the City of Irving. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We will keep you updated right here on City Source and let you know when you can download that app. It's a look back in time to the early days of our city. The Irving Heritage Society is offering free tours of the Heritage House. The home was built back in 1912 for C.P. and Virginia Shoals, and it's a Texas historic landmark. The tours are available from 2 until 4 p.m. on the first Sunday of each month. Admission is free. The Heritage House is located at 303 South O'Connor Road. Some tips now in our recurring series to help you toss like a boss. This time our focus is special waste. Special waste means anything that requires extra handling for proper disposal. Here is a list of items that Irving Solid Waste Services will collect curbside, but you must call and schedule first. Among them, motor oil, paint, herbicides, cooking oil, and more. Schedule a pickup by calling Solid Waste Services at 972-721-2232. Here is another option, and this one is good for apartment residents to keep in mind. The Dallas County Home Chemical Collection Center is located at 11234 Plano Road in Dallas. Call 214-553-1765 for the latest operating hours. You will need to bring proof of Irving residency for free drop-off. Welcome to ICTN's Pets of the Week. We have some adorable babies you will want to stick around to see. Egan Dobson is with me from Irving Animal Services. And wherefore art thou, Romeo? Romeo is right here. Tell me about Romeo.
Romeo is such a sweet boy. We have him at about 2 years old, a German Shepherd mix. Romeo came in as a stray, but as you can tell, he definitely was owned by somebody. He's super loving, super personable, doesn't mind, obviously, a good cuddle. Romeo is dog friendly, and we're pretty sure he's also potty trained.
Wow, so that's a great find for a pet right now. And even just being in here today, he's been wanting to greet visitors and everything, very outgoing.
Oh, very much so. Romeo is heartworm positive, but that's okay. We can treat his heartworms for free, and you can adopt him. So foster, we'll treat, and then you can adopt for free.
I want to talk more about fostering, but before we do, let's bring out some very special tiny guests. So as promised, we have some special guests out here.
Come here, little one. So these guys are about 19 days old. You want to hold one?
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it's 2 boys, 2 girls. Hi.
And this really sets the stage for a big need you have, and that's fostering.
Yes, absolutely. So we've actually seen 3 different litters come through in just about a week.
Wow, that's a lot.
These are the 3rd litters that we've seen so far, and we have more puppies coming. We always need fosters for kittens, of course, with kitten season, but we're also looking for people to maybe step up to do puppies or even mom and puppies as well.
So tell me the story of this litter.
So mom was really sick. Unfortunately, the owners didn't have the money to, good morning, to pay for her medical expenses. So they brought mom and puppies here. Luckily, it was a very minor issue. We were able to fix it in no time, and we were able to find foster home for mom and pups.
Thanks a lot, Egan.
You're welcome.
So a lot of opportunities here at the Animal Care Campus, 4140 Valley View Lane. You can check out the websites you see on your screen for the latest operating hours and to see more adoptable animals. Here is a look at what is coming up on the next edition of City Source. We are covering Irving ISD's State of the District. We'll get an update on some of the new facilities and hear from some talented students. Plus, tips for water conservation. Those stories and much more next time on City Source. Here is how to connect with us. Our email address is ictn@cityofirving.org. Our YouTube channel is youtube.com/thecityofirving. We hope you will subscribe and hit that like button on the videos you watch. We always appreciate when you leave us some positive comments. And you can look for updates on events and initiatives across the major social media platforms at the City of Irving. And that's it for this edition of City Source. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy, and we'll see you next time.